Hey guys, Eric here. I know I'm the blank screen here, but these two guys are so good looking. I don't want to, I can't come
Can't
out.
compete.
This makes me look bad. But hey, listen, we're going to be quick on this. But what we wanted to do, Paul and I, it's our good buddy Vince. Vince just came on board with us. He's all in with the Power Lead system, the new AI affiliate platform we've been focused on. And he's all in with us. And we asked Vince, we said, hey, could we do a potential case study with you? The reason we want to do that is we keep telling people we have a system that if they have zero experience, zero background, they haven't built a list, they have no brand online, could they come into this system, plug into the system, set up the system, simple and easy within a few minutes, and order solo ads. And will those solo ads produce leads and sales? And so what we thought we would do with Vince, he's just come in, he's just set his account up yesterday, and we're going to have, and he said he'd work with us the next few weeks. We're going to have him, once we're set up here, we're going to have him order a solo ad. We're going to come back, talk about the results from that solo ad. Now, Vince has also been in the industry a little while as far as in the home base space. And, he's like everybody, he's been involved in multiple different programs and ordered solo ads and hasn't had, obviously built up a list doing that, but hasn't had the type of success, that he'd like. So what we want to do is show him, hey, this is different. Not only do we have the AI working for us for all the follow up, but we also have the human touch. We have the owner of the company and a team he's building, and they actually reach out and contact not the highest, prospect. These guys are reaching out and contacting people who've actually signed up for just a 7-day free trial. Can you imagine that? You're in a business, you generate a lead, someone comes in to look at the business for free on a 7-day trial, and you actually have people, human agents inside the company
The
that
owner
are
of the
reaching out
business.
and contacting these people. There's really nothing out there like it. So anyway, I'm going to pass it to Paul. We're going to help Vince get set up here. He's going to order the solo ad probably today, and then we're going to get back to you guys once those results are in. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, so brace yourself, Vince, because this setup is really complicated, right? It's like all those other things that you brought solo ads for, they're all like done for you, aren't they? And they all promise the world, don't they? So right, so check this,
Yeah.
right? How many Awebbers have you connected, get responses and stuff like that? Right, so let me just show you where you need to go, just in case you don't know. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you've seen it, but for the benefit of the case study, so you're brand new, and you go and log into your back office, and
Uh-huh.
you're going to come to Fast Start. Number one, you're going to add a domain. Now, you can use like the built-in domain, but I would
Okay.
recommend you go and buy a domain.
Okay.
I would also recommend because then you can do subdomains from that and everything. So you can have, there's two funnels built up especially for solo ads. So it's up to you. You can use the built-in one, but I recommend people to get a domain, and I recommend
Okay.
you buy it from, or you can connect one if you've already got one. You've already got one, but again, for new people, purposes of the case study, you can buy a domain name from PLS for $17.97. And some people say, but you can go to GoDaddy and they usually have a deal at $2, right? They do, but when you come to renew next year, they'll charge you like $30 or 50. It's happened to me. I had one they wanted to charge me over $100. If you buy it from Power Lead System, next year will be 17.97. The year after will be 17.97. The year after will be 7. They don't put it up. They work like as a, I don't know, subcontractor or whatever for GoDaddy, right? So if you do have a domain or you use theirs, the process is the same. So you get a domain, you connect your website to the domain, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
there's a slightly different way of doing it that I'm going to point out to you, right? If you come down to marketing,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm not even going to do this, Eric, right? I'm not going to do this, Vince. Let me show you this. Get a domain, jump straight to traffic.
Okay.
This is the easier way. So they were doing solo ads and then they went to a social media company that promised them the world and they were paying like four, five, six times the cost, but the leads were meant to be so much better and they weren't. So what they did is they went back and they said, okay, let's tackle it another way. There are two solo ad providers that are proven to work. So what they've done is they've set up funnels around these solo ad providers. So now it's not just a solo ad and a marketing system or a biz op or whatever. Now they're tailor made, hand in glove to work together, which is probably why we're seeing so many people getting sales out of the solo ads, right? So Lead Hero and Phil Solos, they both work about the same in terms of results. And you just simply click this up and you follow this video that takes 4 minutes 20, 4 minutes 20 seconds. It gives you a code. When you put that code in, your capture page is set up, your sales page is set up, including the AI demo and everything is all set up for you, right? And then
Wow.
also the follow-up is all set up for you. You don't need to connect another autoresponder. It's all done from within their system.
Oh, wow.
So set up now, even if you were completely new, you follow along that video, and let's supposing you pause it to do a bit while you're watching it, and it takes you double the time. It's going to take you less than 10 minutes to get set up now with everything all done. Okay. The only slight caveat to that is uh, it tells you in the video anyway, you want to set up, is it under system? Can't remember where it is. It's the sort of thing you only do once. That set this up as well. Gmail Direct Send. I recommend you do that. Now, what that does,
Okay.
it sends out the emails via Gmail, so the deliverability is through the roof.
Okay.
And again, that takes like there's not even a video for it because it doesn't need one. It's so quick. So I would set that up as well. And you can see I'm all connected. You just enter a new email account and put it in, and that literally will take you 2 minutes to set up. So that gives the best email deliverability. So this is what we love about it. You add your domain, you connect your website. Okay, you can skip that because we're directing you. You can just go straight to traffic, but do set up the Gmail, follow that 4 minute, 20-second video, and then you can order a solo ad.
Sounds simple to me.
It is incredibly, incredibly simple. The amount of people I've tried to help connect autoresponders and things like that. And that's it, Vince.
Wow.
All you need to do. Now, the only other thing is I would say is if you go to the group, you will get a reminder about it. But in the group, they have a fast start every Saturday, and you might want to go and watch that. Let me just log into the group real quick. Power lead system. Power lead system, official power lead system. There you go. If you go here, there'll be a replay. So there's like Anne, look, she's with us and she's got 5 sales, I think now. From
Awesome.
200 clicks, she's got 5 sales.
Wow.
It's really good.
I've not ever seen that type of result.
This guy here, he did one solo ad from the PLS back office. He made it onto the leaderboard.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, right, where's the replay? Here you go. Now there's a replay here. Look, fast start training. Okay, but right
Hmm.
when I'll show you where to get this group. But there's always the replay of the last one, but they are worth watching just so you understand completely everything that you've got and where everything is. And that's Neil, the owner. He's the
Okay.
best business owner in the business probably right now, I would say. Um, so yeah, if you go to your back office and you go to your dashboard, that's where you get the Facebook group. Oh, and
Okay.
that's fast start training in there as well. That you can register for it there, but it's put it in the group every week. There you go.
Yeah.
That's all there is. That's all there is to it, Vince. Any questions?
Well, I'll
No,
tell you this.
I
I'll tell you this, Vince, too. Like, you should be in the Facebook group, if not, request to join. But
okay.
as you start going through the system, I know you understand. You're more like Paul technical than I am, right? I know you set up Aweber, you've done all this. But if the thing about PLS, the core products in the all-in package, it doesn't even talk about the fact that the system itself is a full-blown CRM. You can build your own lead pages in there. You can set up your own autoresponders inside the system. So it's a full, it's a full package behind the scenes as well. Obviously, most people, because this is set up now where, I mean, it can be completely hands free. That's what most people are doing. But there's a lot of tools and resources back there that I know a guy like you would probably use to your advantage. So I would also encourage you, and we can get you connected with Neil. just to have a conversation with him, reach out,
Okay.
get to know him because um, the one great thing about Neil is I mean, there's a lot of times like someone will connect with us and, and we'll just reach out to Neil and say, hey, we've got someone who's interested. They have some more questions and they're looking at maybe the all in package. And, um, and I just reach out to him and he's happy when you do that. So if you have somebody like that,
Okay.
that's, because people are going to contact you out of once we do this sort of solo ad and you start working your target audience and your list, you might have people reach out to you. And what Paul and I do is we just, if they're interested in, learning about the all in package or anything really, we just pass them along to Neil, we just
Okay.
say Neil, and he's phenomenal. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. Just real quick before we get off, just sort of give us your experience.
Okay.
I know you've bought a lot of solo ads. Where have you kind of struggled with sort of that type of advertising with the programs you've done?
It just seems like what I've struggled in the most is that I would be able to convert them into leads where, I could send my autoresponder to them, but I never was able to convert them on the back end of sales. I mean, that's what I was having the hardest thing doing. And I would follow what people were doing and they'd say, this is what I do. And then they're getting all these sales and I do it and I'm not. So um
Right.
that was probably the frustrating thing about the businesses I've been in at this point. They've all been great businesses. I've loved them. I mean, I wouldn't have joined them if they didn't offer value, and they had offer value to me. Um, but ultimately the goal is you're here to try to earn a little bit of an income as well. So, if you're putting out X amount for solo ads, you're not getting any return on it, then you're just not, it's not working. So I'm excited about this, guys. I mean, this sounds amazing. And the AI part as well is really the really exciting thing, as well as Neil. I mean, there's not a lot of owners that will just reach out arbitrarily and talk to you and will answer your questions. I mean, so that's just amazing, Eric. I can't appreciate you and Paul enough for this.
It's
Yeah,
the
this
power
is going
lead
to be
system.
great. Go ahead, Paul.
It's not us, is it? It's the power lead system. Neil listens and he reacts. And now he's got the AI working with Jeff Mills. We shouldn't forget Jeff. He's working with Jeff Mills on the AI front. It's just you got the established business, you got the AI now, which is cutting edge. But then a lot of people they still just want that reassurance that there's a person behind it. And I don't know any other company owner at the minute. And I know one company where they do a lot of lives, but they don't actually get on the phone. And Neil's a weird guy. He doesn't like doing video, does he, Eric? We'll go, hey, Neil, do you want to do a Zoom? And he's like, oh. But then he'll jump on the phone. And like, I'd rather be on video than the
I,
phone.
I I think what's interesting, he's passionate about his company,
Yeah.
and he wants to reach out and tell people about it. He's also building a team, so Vince. I mean, we've got
Uh,
some. I've introduced him to a couple of guys who've closed millions of dollars in high ticket sales, and they're gonna be coming on board as coaches on the back end
oh,
as well. Once obviously he's one guy, so he's gonna have to be able to scale up. So we've already got people in place for that. Um, but we just have an interesting call. I mean, from the way I look at it is, it's 2025. Everyone sort of knows AI is out there. They know they need to be getting plugged into it, but I think people, you know, people kind of like everything, right? They're throwing everything into the AI, and Paul and I love AI, and we want every part of AI. I want to have every part of it, but this is home based business, and generally all three of our markets are going to probably be Gen X, baby boomers. I'm not bringing in too many Gen Z, younger people, or maybe
hmm
some 30 somethings here and there, but most people around our age, and we still kind of like to have that human touch a little bit. So to
right.
have that on the back end, it's amazing the stories we're hearing from Neil, where people will plug into a system and they've never done this before, and they're just confused. And
Mhm.
he's said story after story where he's just called them and they're just like, wow, you know what I mean? I haven't even put any money into this system yet, and you're reaching out and calling me, and he's spending time helping to educate them, set them up, make sure they know what's going on, and then of course the weekly trainings, and I think that's the big game changer with this, honestly. We're leveraging the AI, but we really have that back end piece that you know that at the end of the day, we're just, man. I mean, Paul and I have been blown away with this system so far, and we really honestly haven't even started putting it. We're just about to start putting in a ton of traffic. You're actually coming in at a great time because they've revamped the entire sales page. They've just set up these solo ads where, they've had them, but they found the two best. They're working directly with the solo ad, the owners, and they're just getting the back office set up with the follow-up calls and everything that they're doing on the back end. So you're really catching it at peak
Awesome.
performance right now. So we're excited. We're excited to see your journey, man.
Me too, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's all I got, Paul.
No, that's cool. So thanks, Vince. We'll end the video here, and then I guess we'll do another follow-up to this when you
Okay.
start getting some results, and we'll see how it goes.
All right. I'll keep
I'll
you guys
stop.
informed.
Yeah,
All right. Thanks again, Vince.
Vince. I'll stop
All
the
right. Thank you.
recording there.